Hi everyone, I am Ankita Majumdar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to teach you class 7th SST Geography chapter 4th Air. Air means the vast expanse of air which envelops the earth all round is called the atmosphere. The air of the atmosphere has become an integral part of the earth due to earth's gravitational force. All living beings on the earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. It provides us the air we breathe and protect us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. Without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during day and get frozen during night. So it is this mass of air that has made the temperature on the earth livable. Composition of the atmosphere. The air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many gases of our atmosphere. Some other gases, such as carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, and hydrogen, are found in lesser quantities in the atmosphere. Apart from these gases, water vapor and dust particles are also found in our atmosphere. First, we will see nitrogen. Nitrogen constitutes the largest proportion of the atmosphere. This gas has no color, odor, or taste. Nitrogen regulates combustion and avoids quick burning. It would be different to control fire in the absence of nitrogen. Plants need nitrogen for their survival. This gas extends to a height of 128 km. So our next topic is oxygen. Oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. It is called life giver because it is very essential for breathing. Green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. It combines with all the elements and is most combustible. It extends to 64 km and its main concentration is confined to 16 km only. Next point is carbon dioxide. This is the heaviest gas of atmosphere. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Humans or animals release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by human and animals seems to be equal to the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance. However, the balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil. The burning of fossil fuels is adding billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. It is confined to the lower layer and can be found up to a height of 32 km. Next topic is hydrogen. This is a light gas. It extends to 1100 km over the heavier gases. Next is ozone. This is a special variety of oxygen gas and found in very small quantity in the upper atmosphere. It saves us from the ultraviolet rays from the sun. It is mainly concentrated from 20 to 25 km above the earth's surface. Next is structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere consists of almost 5 concentric layers of air from bottom to its highest limit. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. So, first point is troposphere. This is the lowermost and most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 km. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, and hailstorm occur in this layer. Temperature decreases with height and height in this layer roughly at the rate of 1 degree centigrade for 165 meters. Next is stratosphere. Stratosphere lies above the troposphere. It extends up to a height of 50 km. There are practically no clouds, convection, current, thundering, and lightning, water vapors, dust particles, etc. in these layers. The air moves is almost a horizontal direction in this layer. This layer is ideal for flying aeroplanes. The most important features of this layer is the contains a layer of ozone gas. So next is mesosphere. This is the third layer of the atmosphere. Mesosphere lies above the stratosphere. This layer extends up to the height of 80 km. Meteoroids burns up in this layer on entering from the space. The upper limit of mesosphere is known as mesopause. Next is thermosphere. This layer extends between 80 to 400 km. Ionosphere is a part of this layer. In this layer, temperature rise very high, very rapid with increasing height. This layer help in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from Earth and from Earth are reflected back to the Earth by this layer. Next is exosphere. Exosphere is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere. Exosphere has very thin layer thin air. Exosphere has very thin air. Light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here. Understood, students? So the layers are structure of atmosphere. On that structure of atmosphere, the layers are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Next is weather and climate. Weather means weather is the study of atmospheric condition for a short duration. That is for a day or for a week of a limited area. Weather is influenced by any one of its predominant element like temperature, humidity, etc. The weather changes very often. It is experienced over small areas of a country. A place can experience different types of weather condition in a year. Next is climate. Climate is the study of the average weather condition observed over a long period of time for a larger areas. Climate is the collective effect of all its elements. It is more or less permanent. It is experienced over large area of the continent. A place can experience only one type of climate. Next is temperature. The temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. Temperature is the degree of hotness and coldness of the air. It is measured with the help of thermometer, which literally means heat measure. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night but also from season to season. Summers are hotter than winters. It is insolation. It is the incoming solar energy. It works as an important factor, influences the distribution of temperature. The amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the pole. Therefore, the temperature decreases in the same manner. Now, do you understand why poles are covered with snow? If the Earth's temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crops to grow. Temperature in cities is much higher than that of villages. The concrete and metals in building and the roads get heated up during the day. This heat is released during the night. Also the crowded high-rise building of the cities trap the warm air and thus raise the temperature of the cities. Because of that, village is colder and the cities are warmer. Next is air pressure. It is very surprising to know that air above us presses up with a great force on our bodies. However, we don't even feel it. This is because the air presses us from all directions and our body exert a counter pressure. The pressure exerted by the weight of air and the earth's surface is known as air pressure. As we go up the layer of atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The air pressure decreases with height and its highest of sea level. Horizontally, the distribution of air pressure is influenced by the temperature of air at a given place. In areas where temperature is high, the air gets heated and rises. This creates a low pressure area. Low pressure is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. In areas having low temperature, the air is cold. It is therefore heavy. Heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with a clear and sunny sky. The air always moves from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. Next is wind. Wind is the movement of air from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. You can see wind at work as it blows dry leaves down the pavement or uproots trees during a storm. Sometimes, when the wind blows gently, you can even see it blowing away smoke or fine dust. At times, wind can be so strong that it is difficult to walk against it. You must have experienced it is very difficult to hold an umbrella on a windy day. Types of winds. Three types of winds are normally recognized on the surface of the earth. First is permanent wind, second seasonal wind, third local wind. In permanent wind, these winds are also known as primary or planetary winds. These winds blow regularly from high pressure belt to low pressure belt. These winds blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. The trade winds, westerlies and easterlies are the permanent winds. Next is seasonal winds. Second, these winds change their direction in different seasons. These winds are also known as periodic winds. Monsoon winds are the example of seasonal winds. Next is local winds. These winds blow only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. These winds develop as a result of local differences in temperature and pressure. Lu is the example of local wind. Next is moisture. When water evaporates from water bodies, it becomes water vapors. The moisture present in the air at any time is known as humidity. When the air is full of water vapor, we call it a humid day. As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases, as so it becomes more and more humid. On a humid day, clothes take longer to dry and sweats from our body does not evaporate easily, making us feel very uncomfortable. When the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. Clouds are just masses of such water droplets. When these droplets of water becomes too heavy to float in air, then they come down as precipitation. Jet planes flying in the sky leave a white trail behind them. The moisture from their engines condenses. We see trails on this condensed moisture for some time when there is no air movement to disturb it. The liquid form of precipitation that comes down to the earth is called rain. Most of the groundwater comes from rainwater. Plants help preserve water. When trees on hillsides are cut, rainfall flows down the bare mountain and can cause flooding of low-lying areas. Classification of rainfall is there are three types of rainfall. First is the conventional rainfall, second, the orographic rainfall, third, the cyclonic rainfall. Rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals. It brings fresh water to the earth's surface. If rainfall is less, water scarcity and drought occur. On the other hand, if it is more, floods take place. Students understood? That's all. Here we have completed our chapter 4th, air. So your homework will be, I will send the PDF. On that PDF there will be that exercises, answer the following, tick the correct answer, give reason, match the following, everything will be there. You have to write it in your notebook in a good handwriting. And diagrams also I will send, that you have to make it in a white side. Your notebook, there is a white side. On that white side you have to make the diagrams. Make the diagrams neatly and write the notes good handwriting. Write everything in good handwriting, neatly and cleanly. Okay, that's all for today's topic. Today's lesson we have completed chapter 4th air. Next chapter, chapter 5, I will explain in my next video. Till then, keep learning, complete your notes. Thank you.